Hello everybody and welcome back to the Minepact server. This is Solarais here, and I'm standing in front of the the towers here that I built that I think actually looked a little bit too much like a lighthouse. I do kind of like the design, but I changed it up a little bit with the other tower when I put it in, and I'll pull back so you can see the difference there. Boom! And I really like this. I really like this a lot. It's like a, I don't know, like a lava container mining thing. Also, looks like it could probably shoot out some cannon lava thingamajiggers here, launchers and whatever. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I really like the design. I didn't know how I was going to feel about like the orange and yellows and stuff like that, because I thought it would be a stark contrast for this blue. And I really like the blue and the red together, but now that I'm seeing the orange, I think I might want to change out all of these blocks to orange and red, and then do the exact same thing on this side and have it connect in the middle there as kind of like a power tube or something like that. And then now this kind of looks like some sort of mining outpost or something like that. I don't know, weaponry area. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. I'm not 100% sure on the top here. I added a little bit more detail. You can see on this side what it started out to be. You know, I continued up the glass, and yeah, I think it looks okay like this. But now I put the lava and stuff in there, I'm not really convinced. I don't really think I care too much for the top of this, so I got to figure out something to do there. But we're not going to worry about these towers in this episode. I'm going to do that on my own time and change out the glass and all that stuff, because it's going to be quite the process. But we got to figure out what we want to do for the rest of this land here, and I really wanted to do some sort of subterranean type of thing, and I think I'm still going to do that. I'd really like to dig out the entire thing, probably down to bedrock, and then have cover the whole thing with maybe glass, you know, some colored glass, maybe the red, just so that you can kind of look down and walk across it and see. And then underneath there, we'll have some interesting shapes and things like that. It's a huge project, and I have no idea what it's going to even look like, or if that's something that's going to even make sense to do. But I kind of am sick of looking at all this green grass, so I think I want to dig it all up. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to kind of outline where I want to dig, and then we're just going to start digging, I think. Now, while I was digging this out, I was kind of coming up with some other ideas in my head, and that typically happens when I'm doing some things around here. But I really think that I have a new idea for this this whole section. I mean, this whole base has been one giant new idea after another, but it seemed fitting. Since I think I had mentioned it in the very first episode that this was starting to lean more towards like a futuristic type of alien environment base, something like that you'd find on Mars or whatever. And I'm thinking that digging all this out down to bedrock and whatever might look pretty epic and cool, but then after a while I think it would just be kind of boring. So what I'm thinking is maybe terraforming the entire thing and replacing this grass with some cool alien blocks and stuff like that, things that you don't really see all that much utilized you know, in everyday Minecraft. And I filled up one of these chests with a couple of blocks that I think might be an interesting alien type of environment. We're going to do maybe a little prismarine, some soul sand. We've got some mycelium and podzol and red sand and all that fun stuff. We've got some mushrooms in there too that maybe we can grow up pretty big. And I think it would make it look like a really cool alien type of environment. But I'm not too sure. Like I said, I collected a lot of those things. We'll lay them out and we'll see how it goes. But today, I think we're going to, instead of digging all this stuff out, we will be making a couple of interesting little focal points. It's so interesting having this wall here. I feel like I just can't jump up. I guess we don't have jump boost on the beacons. Although my beacon's gone. Maybe we should probably fix that at some point. But I know I do have fly. But anyway. So we're going to create these two focal points. And I'll show you kind of what I want to do there in a second. I think it'll look pretty familiar to you. But I was looking over here at our new map of Utopia that Stray Zombie had put in. So let's head over here so we can quickly see this. I think it's pretty awesome, actually. And it actually inspired a little bit of this idea that I had. So, this is our new map of Utopia. And you can see there's a cool banner up there with our names, Stray Zombie, Stokely, and myself, and she put a little, character heads up there and stuff like that. She actually built that way above the base so that it can be viewed from up top. And we have a dynamic map on the server, so everybody can come in and view the map and see where the players are and what's going on and all that stuff. So anyway, it looks really cool. So I was thinking, if all this was dug out, I'm trying to envision it in my head. It might look like an open, boring area. So I kind of wanted to do something. I don't want to point because knowing me, I'll probably break this stuff. So anyway, long story short, I was looking at the empty space here and thinking, what can I use to fill that up, but still kind of keep that cool alien type of environment. And that's what made me think, like, why replace all that, or why take out all those blocks when I could just replace them with some interesting looking things, and then we'll have 2 focal points over here. So I know I keep saying that, and it is going to be a little bit of a mystery, but I'm going to go ahead and crack on and start building this, and we'll see if you can figure out what I'm doing as we go. Alright, so we're going to start laying out this border. Now I'm going to border this in the yellow stained clay, which really kind of looks orangish. Technically, if we want to get super technical with these things, I really should have green as the color, if that gives away any of the hints. But we're going to go with yellow because I think it's a little bit more bright and vibrant than the green. Even the lime green, I tried out the lime green and it still wasn't as bright as this yellowish orange kind of stuff. As you can see, it's interesting when I was kind of digging some of this stuff out that, all these little, like, weird random straight lines and water and weird materials, like, in weird designs coming up here. But, I forgot that this whole area was just kind of flattened out, and filled in all the spots with the grass and stuff. So I think, it's kind of interesting. I wonder what else when we start digging around here and making our actual base, like what else we're gonna find. But I do need to dig out the rest of this area. We're gonna probably go in, I think, maybe 2 around here. Have you figured it out yet? Okay, so I'm just finishing up this this black border here. Now, what's really cool is I usually record a lot of this. When I'm ready to record, it's always night times. It never fails. Although this is lit up pretty nicely, and you can really see it pretty well. But on this server we have the like the vote crates and special crate keys and yada yada yada. So I looted one the other day that was really awesome, and I'm going to show it to you right now. Actually, it's called P Time. So let's just set this here, and boom, it lights up the entire area. So for me, this is just player time. So just for me, it's going to be daytime, and for everybody else, it's still nighttime on the server. But I think this is really helpful for when I record videos. I do need to figure out a custom sky, though. I was just looking around here, and I turned the clouds off because it kind of interfered with me viewing this this ball, and the clouds kind of came right over into it and all that stuff. But so I turned the clouds off for now. But I want to get a sky mod, not really a mod, a sky texture kind of pack thingamajigger or whatever, so that it'll look pretty cool. Because right now it's just it's just either blue or black with the stars. Those are my only options. So anyway, this is what we got so far here. If you haven't guessed already, we are going to be making my Solarais icon. I don't know if you've noticed on my YouTube page and my channel and my Twitter and all that stuff. You can see I use this what's it called, this icon, this little design, quite often. So we're going to be doing that. Now, I don't know, I probably should have practiced building this thing, because I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out. Let's see. Okay, I think that should be good. And then what we'll do is we'll do this, maybe just 3. We'll knock this out. Now, I was thinking about doing this with, like, glass when I was playing with the idea of digging it all out, and then you can, kind of see down into it. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to fill the rest of this in with the black. I think that'll look... Oh, no. No, what am I doing? What comes next? Next is the red. See, I knew I was missing something. All right, I think this is a little bit better now. We'll come in... Go out 2, maybe 3. Yeah, that looks much better. I can't believe I forgot the red in my own in my own design too. All right, and then we'll add in the yellow here like this, and then we'll do another one here. That looks good. Oh, is that my icon? I hope it is. All right, I'm going to fill the rest of this in with black, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I think that this is going to really look pretty sweet. Definitely from a bird's eye view, you can absolutely see it. I think it'll look cool, one on that side and one on the other side there. And then we'll work on... I do want the majority of this base, the livable areas and the habitats and whatnot, to be underground. So we will adjust this a little bit and make some stairs down and clear all this area underneath so we can live underneath it. But I think it'll look cool once like we have the alien environment, maybe like mushrooms hanging over the sides and stuff. But I want you to definitely be able to tell that this is my base, and that for sure does it. I think I might want to move this over just a tad. Maybe we'll take it down one more. Do we have? Yeah. And then we'll do the one on the other side too. I think I might not like it as symmetrical, like with the yellows lining up here. So I might want to just take this out. We'll see what this looks like, because I mean the other way looked, I think, perfectly fine. It looked great. But I think that this might actually give it a little bit extra oomph is what we're looking for, I think. Let's take a look. Let's see if that maybe... Yeah, there we go. Okay, I like that so much better. That's definitely my Solarais S kind of interesting design thing. I do like that. I feel like something might be missing, though. I would like to light this up somehow. And I know that I do have the, like, fluorescent green in my real logo, but I think the yellow actually kind of looks so much better here. Yeah. Alright, I think we'll just do that on the other side. We'll probably... I actually like that. Yeah, that looks really cool. Good. Alright, I'm going to do this over here, and then maybe we can actually get some of this, the front part of this base maybe done today. That would be really awesome. Alright, so they're both in now, and they kind of look a little two-dimensional to me, quite honestly, from the ground. But from up top, I think they look absolutely incredible. And yeah, I really like that. So I'm happy that we did that. I'm trying to think of how we can give it a little bit more depth, maybe, or maybe we don't even need to. I think, like I said, we're just gonna start playing around now, I think, in some dirt and sand, and figure out how we can kind of make like little interesting alien landscapes and patches and things like that. I think that would look kind of cool. So I'm gonna go put this stuff away and grab some... Oh, my keyboard got stuck. And grab some of the other things, and maybe we'll work on a little patch here or there and see how that might look together. I think I'm just gonna... So I just kind of picked a corner here and just taking out some of these grass blocks just a little bit randomly. I have no idea what I'm gonna even put here and what the pattern is gonna be, and they're probably not gonna be even a pattern, so we'll see what we come up with. Alright, so we've got some soul stand. I'm not too sure how this is gonna kind of play out, but we'll see. We'll fill in a couple of those. We'll fill in some of these guys here. And we'll see, maybe, what else do I got here? The red sand. Oh yeah, and some prismarine. Let's see, I mean, these are not gonna match in the slightest. They're gonna kind of be a little bit funky, but it's a funky planet, so why not? What are we doing? Red sand. Let's just throw a couple of those guys in there and see what they look like. That actually looks pretty cool, I think. I mean, it's definitely quite alien, for sure. Let's choose an area. Let's do this whole area, like right here. All right, let's go all the way up to here, and I'm gonna clear out all this stuff, and then we'll make ourselves a little patchwork stuff around this area, and we'll see how it looks all together. Because I don't think that the grass goes well with this, so we'll just we'll see what we come up with. I think this is kind of interesting, actually. Yeah, I came into the Nether to get some of the blocks here, and looks like the pigmen are kind of angry. I have no idea why. It wasn't me. It must have been somebody. Oh, look at that! It's a little pigman on a chicken. Pigman chicken jockey. Uh-oh. Alright, it's time to bring out the big guns, I suppose, since we're over here in the Nether. Alright, I need to collect some of these Nether brick, but, who's... Oh, okay. Bye-bye. Oh, come on, did I really just do that? Oh, boy. Well, thank goodness for Fly. Flying in the Nether is actually, I think, a little bit overpowered, but I'm not going to complain because I really enjoyed the flying part of things. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to lay this out. I mean, it's just totally random. I kind of like the Nether netherrack. I think it looks pretty neat here as well as all these funky things. I was thinking about doing with these prismarines. You can see that they're kind of up in these like interesting structures, which I think that might look kind of cool. You know, like naturally grown crystals. You know how they kind of come up a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, I know it doesn't really look like that all that much, but I think it adds a little bit to it. So this is kind of what I'm going for here. I have some mushrooms, so I'm going to throw some mushrooms down there as well. I definitely love the mycelium, and I definitely think I like just how random this is. It doesn't match. It kind of looks ugly, but ugly in a really interesting way. So now what I've got to figure out is how to kind of give this land a little bit more depth and texture to it. I mean, we definitely have a lot of texture. But something like, you know, like stairs you can do kind of like upside down and in there, and like, you know, wooden slabs and different things like that to give it different heights. But the slabs I think aren't going to work so well as like naturally occurring. So I'm not too sure how I'm going to pull this off. Unless I just kind of, you know, do it by one block. But sometimes that gets a little bit harsh, I think. Maybe if I dig out some more of this, I'm not too sure. I don't know, but I definitely like this. I'm going to probably play around with this a little bit more until I come up with something that I like. But I think I do like just how random that is. And if that is going to cover the entire thing, you know what? Let's try a mushroom or two and see if that adds anything to it. Where did I put those mushrooms? Which chest are we using? Let's go with these guys. And do we have any bone meal? That would be really handy. I don't see any. Oh, but I do have this chest of bones. We can take some of that. And we'll throw in grab some bone meal. That's going to be too much. That's okay. All right, let's go. Let's see how a mushroom, like a random mushroom, is going to look. Let's throw a mushroom down right about here. Okay. Let's see. That is so weird. I don't know. That's just kind of weird. Unless we actually take the top part of the mushroom off and then go with probably an axe will be a little bit better on this stuff, I think, because we can collect. Can we collect those? Oh, I need to get a silk touch tool, and then we can use this as well. This would be cool blocks for sure. All right, so we're gonna do these blocks, and then the mushroom stems might look kind of cool, just randomly like put up there. All right, this definitely got a lot more interesting, I think, for me. Yeah, I think this is gonna look really, really weird, but maybe weird in a good way. Who knows? It's definitely very funky, and I'm not sure if I like it. I think I kind of do. I kind of like the funk a little bit. It kind of matches, you know, the theme that we're going for here. But I think it still needs a little bit of work, some last piece to pull it all together. So I'm going to let this marinate in my brain, I think, a little bit, and maybe move on to something else for a while, and come back to this, and then maybe I'll have some more ideas. I don't think I'm crazy about the red sand. Maybe that's what it is. Everything else I think kind of looks like it sort of belongs together, I guess, if you want to say that. I don't know. I added a couple of the little baby mushrooms in there. We might grow some of them up, who knows. But definitely not in the front of my base. I don't think I want any giant mushrooms in the front of the base. We'll focus a little bit more on these crystalline growth things, trees or something, I don't know. But anyway, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. When we come back, we'll probably be finishing up with this guy, and then I really want to start digging out the interior of this base. So we might be working a lot on the inside, clearing all this stuff out and figuring out what we want to put downstairs. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed the episode, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.